The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, available on Amazon.
The Mike Wagner Show, also brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, available on Amazon, highlighting the Book of David. And Heidi Tam Music, with her latest on HeidiTamMusic.com.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mosinzia Missing, also brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, available on Amazon, also Heidi Tam Music. Check out our latest at HeidiTamMusic.com. We're here with terrific lady who is a registered dietitian, nutritionist, healthy eating coach based out of the Maryland, D.C., and Virginia area for 30-plus years, helping people with their health and also help hundreds of adults improve nutrition-related chronic conditions and sustainable weight loss, and also her own experience as well. We'll talk more about that. She began her own health and wellness company called Sweet Life Wellness, and she's also involved with the National Institute for U.S. Department of Health for physical activity and steps to healthier aging and more, National Cancer Institute. And also she has a new book out, which is basically striving to teach readers, basically, it's how to live a happy life at healthy weight, eating, and providing the tools to remove the roadblocks and basically to weight loss success, practice ideas, and also real life examples as well. The book is called A Happy Life at a Healthy Weight. It's making me hungry though, but I gotta be healthy. Live, ladies and gentlemen, plus dudes, and somewhere on the East Coast, the registered dietitian, nutritionist, healthy eating coach, and the amazing author of the book, A Happy Life at a Healthy Weight. Ladies and gentlemen, multi-talented Kay Loughery. Kay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thank you. I'm delighted to be here with you, Mike.
Well, it's great to have you on board, Kay. So you're a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and healthy eating coach around the Maryland, D.C., and Virginia area. And you did it for 30-plus years, helping people with their health. You help hundreds of adults improve nutrition-related chronic conditions, sustainable weight loss, and also your own experience as a child. And talk about that. You began your own health wellness company called Sweet Life Wellness. And you also involved with the National Institute for the U.S. Department of Health for Physical Activity, Steps to Healthier Aging, and National Cancer Institute. And also, you have a book that's basically striving to teach readers and basically how to live a happy life at a healthy weight, and also provide the tools to remove the roadblocks, weight loss, success, and more. It's called A Happy Life at a Healthy Weight. And before getting all that, Kay, tell us how you first got started.
How I first got started?
All the way back.
All the way back when I was a little
back,
girl.
Machine Sherman, way back, like the cartoon.
Way back when, yes, way back when I was 8 years old. That's when I started what I call a devotedly unhealthy relationship with food, because something happened to me and I comforted myself with food. Food is easy to comfort yourself with. And so I overate for years and I yo-yo dieted for decades. And I looked in the mirror and I didn't even like who I saw. And it took me years to get help. And I became a dietitian to stop feeling like food was controlling me. And so, after getting help for the last 16 years, I no longer overeat or yo-yo diet. And I look in the mirror and I love who I see. And having a healthy lifestyle and healthy eating has been a real catalyst for me for living the life I want to live at the weight I want to be. And so now I'm helping others who struggle with their weight.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I was going to ask you as well, too, what were your favorite foods at the time?
Well, it's always been chocolate.
Oh my gosh, it's like you're getting me hungry already. I just had a cupcake before I started. So it's like candy bars, like, oh my gosh.
Well, there's something about those sweet foods and chocolatey foods. They're so comforting. And my mom was a great baker. She used to make these gooey chocolate chip cookies
and
give them to me right out of the oven, buttery, chocolatey. And no wonder I had developed a taste for chocolate and sweets.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Now another chocolate chip cookie, please.
Yeah, right. A whole pan worth she would have let me eat if I wanted.
Oh, my gosh.
She should have said, you can just have one. But
right, yeah. But they're too irresistible to have one. Now, did she work at a bakery along the way?
No, but my mother did. And that's where she was baking all the time. I guess she just loved doing it. So we always had baked goods. And if we just had ice cream and store-bought cookies, it was a bad day.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's just like you're making me hungry thinking about it and all that. But, we got to eat healthier. That's the thing. You can have one cookie, but you got to have others as well. And of course, you talked about being 8 years old and everything like that. And you had your story. And what was that one exact precise moment that simply influenced you into what you're doing? And especially having a career as a dietitian, nutritionist, and also being a health coach.
Yeah, well, I realized that I was eating to hide my shame. I was eating because of something that, I was holding. I didn't want to be seen. And so when I really realized what was going on, what I was doing, and I was showed a process to stop doing it, and to really reclaim my life. I mean, it really was the source of my resilience. Actually, it was the source of my finding my purpose. And it really was kind of like a miracle.
Mm-hmm. And certainly did as well, too. And of course, you had some, enjoy some foods and everything. Now, did you do some cooking, in your life growing up and everything like that? Some cooking?
Yeah, not as much when I was growing up, but when I became an adult on my own, I was a vegetarian for a while, and I learned to cook all kinds of things. And for the last 25 years, I've done a lot of cooking because it just tastes better when it's homemade.
I do agree. And what's your favorite dish?
Oh my! Well, I love
not chocolate chip cookies. No, not chocolate. No.
Cookies. But I love these big shrimps, these prawns with some, just tomato sauce and a salad on the side, maybe a little pasta. Italian food, some of the best in the world, and as long as you don't eat too much, right?
Right, exactly. And you must eat a lot of seafood, I take it.
Yeah, well, we're, not far from the coast. And so, there's a lot of crabs and flounder. And there's a lot of good seafood here. And, I love it. And salmon, of course, is not from here, but it's a real good for you, tastes great food. So I feel like you can't go wrong with seafood.
Mm-hmm. How about cod or tilapia?
Cod's good. Yeah, I'm all for having wild caught fish, though. So.
Wild caught. Okay. All right. Not the farm raised, but the wild caught.
Right. Yeah. Because you just I don't know what they put in what those fish farmers put in the food.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. It's just like with cage-free chickens, being in a cage and everything like that. So I think that's been really growing over time as well.
Right. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the pasture raised. I just learned from a chef who has got a healthy orientation. He said that those pasture raised chickens are the real thing. They really do get out into the pasture. They're not just let out of the cage for a few minutes and then put in. So
right. Being confined, having like the GMO fed food and everything else. And back in the day, there was like the thing then they discovered running around. It's like they might have fear of like being caught by wolves, caught by dogs, or attacked by cats or whatever it is. But now it's just like with things improved that it is possible to let them run cage free, and it works just as well.
Right. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you also been a nutritionist and dietitian for quite some time as well, a healthy eating coach. We talk about your career along with the book, A Happy Life at a Healthy Weight with Kay Loughery. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition with. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor, the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author, Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those you love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews. An evil evidence endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Constantine, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for it goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. And coming soon to Amazon, Missing 2 by Mia Molson-Zia, double the fun, double the suspense, double the action. Look for it very soon on Amazon.com. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illumnitically, the think tank of the future, bringing scientists and engineers together from all over the world, creating a method to construct a renewable generator. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system, generating more energy internally that needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes, power grids, phones, and laptops. This power source is renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerating. Visit facebook.com/illumniptical. That's ELLUMENIPTICAL.com today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Sweet Psalms by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, including 30 paintings in King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective of David through the Psalms he wrote and his time as a shepherd where it started and complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. Check out The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner. Also brought to you by Music, featuring the smash hit Baby Come Back and new music coming soon. Check it out. Listen for details at hightimemusic.com. Also check out The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. 40 podcast platforms, heard in 100 countries. Take us with you on any mobile device for great gift ideas. Go to Amazon.com. Check out The Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies. Makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com. Check out The Mike Wagner Show podcast. If you're interested in merchandise, email me, themikewagnershow@gmail.com. Also, check out the Mia Molson-Zia store on Amazon with great books, merchandise, and more. And support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and themikewagnershow.com. We're here with the amazing registered dietitian, nutritionist, healthy eating coach, and the author of the book, A Happy Life at a Healthy Weight, Kay Loughery, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And take us on this journey being a dietitian and nutritionist and how it all got started.
Well, I may have mentioned to you, I'm not sure, but I had 20 years of public service before I decided to go out on my own and start my own private practice. So you mentioned National Institutes of Health. That's one of the places that I work, National Cancer Institute. And I led the communication team for the first ever physical activity guidelines for Americans. But I finally decided I wanted to work with individuals and particularly with weight loss, because I felt like all those weight loss programs out there were letting people down. You know, they might lose weight for a teeny bit, a little bit. They show them how to lose the weight, but not how to keep it off. So I just decided to leave. It was a 6-figure job. So it was a big decision, but I'm glad I did.
I was thinking about the presidential fitness and everything like that. How long ago was that back then? I was thinking about more the presidential fitness. I think, what was it, like the 70s or 80s? It was like Reagan or something like that. I was trying to think.
Yeah, I'm not sure when the president's, the President's Council for Physical Fitness and Sports, and now it's including nutrition. Yeah, it's been around a long time. And when I was in the government, I worked with that group, fabulous group. They really worked to promote physical fitness throughout the country. And so, it was a good partnership.
And certainly did as well, too. And you talked about some of the diets and what were some of the good diets back then, some that were okay, and what were some of the bad diets, especially the ones to avoid.
Well, what I believe, really, from all those years of yo-yo dieting, that dieting makes things worse. And the reason is because they show you how to lose the weight, but they don't show you how to maintain it. That's one of the big problems. So I say none of the diets are really good, There's a solution though, and it is in my book. And the second thing that it doesn't do is it doesn't help people look inside and stop doing things like people pleasing or change their beliefs or even change their habits. And it hyper focuses the food industry and actually the weight loss industry just hyper focuses on food and now the weight loss drug injectables instead of looking at an overall lifestyle. And that's in my book, that's what I do is I help people with lifestyle change and habit change, and it's comprehensive.
You talk about the injectables as well, too. I've been seeing ads on that, and I thought to myself, that is so disturbing.
Yeah, I do have some people that are on the medications, on the injectables, and for some people, it's probably okay, but not to have huge amounts of the population on them. The first thing, we don't really know what the long-term effects are, and they're expensive, and it's a kind of another quick fix that people forget. You still have to change your lifestyle,
right?
If it's going to last, if it's going to be effective, it's not just taking a pill that will not get people the results, and it makes people nauseous. The way it works, it suppresses the appetite by making people feel nauseous, and if they eat too much, then they really feel nauseous. So it's instead of having food be a pleasure, it's actually becomes a pain.
And also leads into food shame as well too, and also having that's like some of the causes, the source of it, and some of the cause of food shame, the source, and what can be done about it.
Yeah, well, what I found in really looking at this is that, especially for women, food and shame go together, and there's three sources of food and shame, and the first is our upbringing. When we were a child, how certain things that we were told to do. And you may even remember this, sit up straight. Don't put your elbows on the table.
I remember that. Yeah, sometimes doing, don't bang your forks on the table or
don't do this.
Hold it this way, that way. No talking at the table. I remember that.
Yeah, right. And children should be seen and not heard. So there's a lot of stuff that messages from childhood that can really tamper who we really are down. And there's trauma, which is something that I experienced. I've said enough about that already. Mm-hmm. And then there's body image, and body image particularly for women. And I'll never forget this one example of seeing a picture of Michelle Obama. There was a little bump on her stomach. And, she must have just had lunch. I mean, she's an example of someone who's fit and healthy, a fit and healthy woman. And but the body image is really for women is that women should be gaunt. And that leads to shame because most of us aren't gaunt.
Mm-hmm. Right. And especially see in the magazines as well, like with Cosmopolitan, 17, right. And you see it all the time. It's like, you shouldn't be this, you shouldn't be that. And of course, reality shows just makes it worse. And then social media, do you think it helps with the body image, or things it's just worse?
Well, some of I think Instagram has been called out for, helping young teens have a poorer body image. So, it's counterproductive for eating disorders from what I've read. I haven't seen a study on that, but it is, I think for women, the idea of you can never be too thin or too rich, I think is more applied to women in terms of the thinness. And it just, again, leads women away from really self-acceptance, which if you see my title of my book, it's A Happy Life. So we want people to have both a happy life and a healthy weight, not be miserable and dieting all the time.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. And I think that makes perfect sense. And of course, you talked about what causes food shame, upbringing, and everything else. And how do you manage to help heal the food shame? It's like, how do you get over the roadblocks? How do you heal the shame and just get back to normal, improve, and everything like that? And, what's some of the examples of like removing roadblocks and how to heal and everything like that? Like, say somebody is like, I'm 300 pounds, I can't, look great. It's just like, how do you manage to help with the process, and how can people overcome that?
Right. Well, part of it is figuring out what's going on. And, with those inner roadblocks, I help people. I actually have a quiz on my website, so people can go take the quiz and find out what their inner roadblocks are and what to do with it, about it. But let's just take one example is perfectionism. So some people feel like if they can't do it perfectly, they're going to throw the whole project away. So let's say, they eat one donut. They say, oh my gosh, I blew it. Oh, I might as well eat 5 donuts now because I've already failed.
Hey, that's me. I'm okay with it.
I don't know what kind of logic that is, but the idea is that mistakes are okay and that's actually stepping stones to success. And then we're looking for progress, not perfection. Mm-hmm. So that's one example. But one of the things that I actually have in my book is about emotional eating. Mm-hmm. And my 5 steps to stop being controlled by food. So part of that is really it's 5 simple steps so that you can overcome that tendency to eat from boredom, eat from stress, eat from a number of different triggers. And that's kind of a centerpiece of my book. And I have an example. I lay out the steps. And I ask people some questions so they can work through those steps.
And what are some of the steps that you have as well? Not all the steps, so maybe just a couple.
Well, they kind of go together, but just real quick, the first step is, what is your trigger? And for my client, Katie, her trigger was after she sat down with her family at dinner. There was no conversation. They got up and left without saying thank you. And then she turns on the TV and she's triggered. And what she triggered, that's step number 1. Step number 2 is that she's triggered into her food cravings for salt, fat, sugar, and alcohol.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. So
that's kind of where all the problems come in. And then to stop, the third thing is, how do you disrupt and stop it? Stop going. You're about to go into fight or flight. How do you stop that? And then from there, the idea, and this is key, is you look inside at what you're feeling and what it is you really want. And for Katie, who I just mentioned, she was feeling lonely. She wanted connection. So with step 5, what are your options? Her best option was to call her sister and connect with her sister. So the steps are really pretty simple. When you just need some time to kind of reflect. But not while you have ice cream and a spoon. or having pizza, chicken wings, or watching a football game, like say in your area, the Redskins are winning. Hey, let's have more pizza. The Redskins are losing. You want to throw something at the TV. Yeah, you don't want to figure it out in the moment. You want to do it ahead of time. And that's what people can do with reading my book, or my clients do with me. I help them figure that out.
Mm-hmm. And certainly did as well, too. And how do they get the book and how I get started? We'll find out more with Kay Loughery in the book, A Happy Life, A Healthy Weight. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mulson's Missing, also brought to you by Illuminatively, Think Tank of the Future. The Sweet Song is by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, on Amazon, and also Hi-Tan Music. Check out our latest at hightanmusic.com. We'll be back in the month to tell Kay Loughery of A Happy Life, A Healthy Weight after this time out.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, I'm Burl Bear, legendary American author, and I'm here to tell you about Missing, the new mystery suspense novel by Mian Mosensia. It's really a good book. Very surprising. Never metaphor I didn't like, especially in this book. Here you have a main character whose life has been filled with despair. His wife died in 9/11. His young daughter died of a rare disease. He's not a happy camper. What does he do for a living? He's a physical fitness trainer. When somebody hardly knows, somebody he's never met, he only has encountered them on an internet chat line, goes missing, this is his journey. He's going to go rescue them. This is his search for redemption, his search for his own personal promised land. He couldn't do anything about the death of his wife, the death of his child, but maybe he could rescue this woman he's never met. That is, if she exists. Missing by Mian Mosensia, international in scope, vastly entertaining, full of surprises. I suggest you get it, either paperback or an electronic edition for your Kindle. Missing by Mian Mosensia.
Baby, come back.
Heidi Tan has a new release, the remake of Player's Baby Come Back.
Spending all my nights, all my money going out of the town.
With special guest, international recording artist Nils on guitar. And now with her own twist on the classic comes Heidi Tan 2023.
Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see.
She delivers the punch you'd expect from a seasoned pro with this arrangement of Baby Come Back. Destined to be a chart topper, Heidi Tan, Baby Come Back.
The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. Illuminatical, a human think tank that brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world, has created a method to construct a renewable generator with this in mind. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system that generates more energy internally than it needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes and power grids to phones and laptops. This power source is entirely renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerating. For more information, visit facebook.com/Illuminatical. That's facebook.com/ELLUMENIPTICAL today. The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Serena Wagner's book, The Sweet Psalmist, now available on Amazon. This book includes 30 exquisite paintings by well-known and unknown painters and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective on his life in this book. Through the Psalms he wrote, his time as a shepherd in the field is where the book starts, and it goes on to describe his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul as well as other events. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. It also offers advice on approaching God and living a life that pleases Him. Check out the book, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now available on Amazon. Keywords, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner.
Hey, this is Ray Powers, and boy, are you in luck. Right place, right time. Tuned in to The Mike Wagner Show. You heard me.
We're back with author Kay Loughery of A Happy Life at a Healthy Weight here on the Mike Wagner Show, and we cover a lot of steps and talked about things with food triggers, what to do, and everything else, and how do people get a hold of the book and how they contact you?
Yeah, the book is sold through Amazon and at bookstores. So we have both paperback and an ebook at Amazon. And I have a website. It's called swettlifewellness.com. It's www.sweet, SWEET, life, LIFE, wellness.com. And you can find out all about my comprehensive weight loss approach on the website.
All right, well, certainly check that out as well, and have a little chocolate with it, too, in a good way. So we'll do that.
A little bit of chocolate, yes.
You got that right. I'm ready for some afterwards. We're with the author, Kay Loughery of A Happy Life at a Healthy Weight here on the Mike Wagner Show. Just a few more things. What else can we expect in 2024 and beyond, especially going into 2025?
Well, I'm about to announce a new product, but it's not out yet. So in about 2 weeks, actually, I'll tell you a big secret, you and your listeners, that we are going to have an online program, similar theme here, Happy Life at a Healthy Weight, so that people can have videos, tapes, and a self-paced program, just to make it easier. It'll be on the go. We'll have an app to go with it, not in the near future. So
Oh my gosh, I am so hungry I'm ready to take a bite at it. So
thank you so much, Mike.
no problem. And just a couple more things. What do you consider biggest influence in a career?
Oh my, the biggest influence in my career. Well, I'll tell you one, and that's Jack Canfield. And he's endorsed me on my book. I've quoted him. He has been a mentor to me and really going for what you want, figuring out what that is, taking responsibility and making it happen.
I think that's really good advice. I like that one. And what is the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Well, I feel like if you are going to embark on a journey, let's say to weight loss or any meaningful project, why not make it simple, easy, and fun?
And certainly agreed as well. Take a bite out of that. We're the amazing author, Kay Loughery of A Happy Life at a Healthy Weight here on the Mike Wagner Show. Kay, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Learned a lot. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. We'll love to have you back. Once again, what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out the book?
All right. Well, at swettlifewellness.com, you can get in touch with me, and at Amazon, you can get the book, paperback or ebook, or wherever books are sold.
All right. And the website again?
swettlifewellness.com.
Make sure you go to it today, guys. Make sure you go to it. Once again, Kay, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon.
Thank you.
No problem. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love having you back. We wish you all the best. And Kay, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, I'm Burl Bear, legendary American author, and I'm here to tell you about Missing, the new mystery suspense novel by Mian Mosensia. It's really a good book. Very surprising. Never metaphor I didn't like, especially in this book. Here you have a main character whose life has been filled with despair. His wife died in 9/11. His young daughter died of a rare disease. He's not a happy camper. What does he do for a living? He's a physical fitness trainer. When somebody hardly knows, somebody he's never met, he only has encountered them on an internet chat line, goes missing. This is his journey. He's going to go rescue them. This is his search for redemption, his search for his own personal promised land. He couldn't do anything about the death of his wife, the death of his child, but maybe he could rescue this woman he's never met. That is, if she exists. Missing by Mian Mosensia, international in scope, vastly entertaining, full of surprises. I suggest you get it, either paperback or an electronic edition for your Kindle. Missing by Mian Mosensia.
Baby, come back.
Heidi Tan has a new release. The remake of Player's Baby Come Back.
Spending all my nights, all my money going out of the town.
The special guest, international recording artist Nils on guitar. And now with her own twist on the classic comes Heidi Tan 2023.
Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see.
She delivers the punch you'd expect from a seasoned pro with this arrangement of Baby Come Back. Destined to be a chart topper, Heidi Tan, Baby Come Back.
The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. Illuminatical, a human think tank that brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world, has created a method to construct a renewable generator with this in mind. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system that generates more energy internally than it needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes and power grids to phones and laptops. This power source is entirely renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerating. For more information, visit facebook.com/Illuminatical. That's facebook.com/ELL KaylougheryTical today. The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Serena Wagner's book, The Sweet Psalmist, now available on Amazon. This book includes 30 exquisite paintings by well-known and unknown painters and King David's Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective on his life in this book through the Psalms he wrote. His time as a shepherd in the field is where the book starts, and it goes on to describe his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul as well as other events. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. It also offers advice on approaching God and living a life that pleases him. Check out the book, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now available on Amazon. Keywords, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.